how to win. Eco tick, eco tack. Eco tick, eco tack. Eco tick, eco tack. Eco tick, eco tack.
Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, VALTORIOUS the Awoken, and tonight I bring to you Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, I know it's been, when was the last time I did this review? Probably a week, 2 weeks ago. When I did, and I told you I was going to catch up to it. Now, I like how it's different. I mean, even though, yeah, this is basically manga and stuff, like, this wasn't like how in the anime was, because it was different from the 2004 one, from how, like, to me, I felt like the 2004 one, like, it was good, it was really good, it was really good, but when you watch Brotherhood, it feels like it wasn't like filler, because now when I finished Brotherhood, and I was like, it didn't really have too much filler, or probably not even no filler at all compared to the other one, where it was like, well, I mean, well, Rose, that whole rape shit, that wasn't true. What else? Oh, the two brothers that kind of like falsely used Ed and Al's name. It was like, oh, you know, because our father, that was also filler. Just a lot of stuff was basically filler and stuff, even though there are some parts that I'm just a little bit pissed about Brotherhood. Like, I loved it, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I was a little bit pissed about a couple of things. But overall, like, the anime itself was good, because it starts off in the beginning where you got like this ice alchemist trying to like destroy central headquarters, because he said, oh, are you sure these are the people that we can trust? Like, I don't know about them. And then you know, you had the Elric brothers trying to come after him. Everyone was trying to come after this guy, till, you know, he got cornered down in the corner by King Bradley, and he murdered him on the spot. So I was like, oh, okay, you know. But at that time, you know, for viewers who've watched like the 2003-4 Fullmetal Alchemist, you would immediately know, like, right there, because you would know that he's a homunculus. But I don't know, to me, I felt like this was more of maybe like a big spoiler to like some people who either watched the 2004 one or haven't watched it. But you know, you're gonna have like those type of friends and like, oh yeah, I seen the 2004 or 3 one, and then when you watch Brotherhood, it's like, oh, so you probably have that one friend that just spoil it for you, like, oh yeah, King Bradley, he's a homunculus, and you're like, well, damn. It'd be just like that. But you know, it was pretty good, and it was basically the same story where you had El and Al. They was trying to regain their bodies and stuff, regain the stuff that they lost. Now, this is why I said it was different, because yeah, in the 2004 one, when they brought back, because when they were trying to bring back their mother, they did brought back, well, it wasn't really their mother and stuff in Brotherhood. Like, it wasn't really their mother, and it was like just some thing, and then it just got disposed of. Like, it wasn't even how in the other one where, oh, she was a homunculus, kinda their mother, and I'm like, what? Like, I didn't mind that. I think that was also good too, but like, I guess it was filler, and that wasn't put into Brotherhood. So I was like, okay, that's also good. Then, you know, that's when they start going on their journey. They still be played and manipulated by the homunculus and stuff. Like, everything was still how it was in 2004, but it was so different. It was completely different, because you had freaking like Roy Mustang, he basically killed Lust, right? It wasn't how well, who was it? I think it was Sloth or Raph. No, it was Raph. Raph was the one that killed Lust in the 2004 one, so that was completely different. And even Raph, that kid who was basically Azumi son, that wasn't it either. It was different. So it was like Raph was basically King Bradley. He was basically Raph and stuff. But overall, that man, yo, let me tell you something. That man, he completely, like, okay, it was still the same way when they stormed I think the Devil's Nest, and they was coming for greed and stuff. Now, it was kind of, was it the same? No, it was different. Yeah. Cause Edward killed Greed. Yeah, Edward killed Greed. But this one was so brutal. Like the homunculus seemed like they was more brutal and more sadistic than they was in the other one. So I was like, damn, I was kind of liking this, because you have freaking King Bradley just come along, just slicing and dicing this dude. I'm like, damn, my boy, shit, chill, shit. He came in there, killed his men, and then kind of killed Greed over and over, then till he was captured, and then, you know, killed by father later on. But damn, I was like, yo, it was crazy. And then he killed the subordinate Chimera type chick early than how it was in the 2004 one, where she discovered and was like, oh, King Bradley's homunculus, and then kind of did the same thing, and he stabbed her and stuff. But this time it was super early. I was like, damn, like that's just crazy. That shit crazy. None of that whole crap with Dante, that love interest, or Hohenheim, that wasn't really a thing. That was also filler. I was like, damn it, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe I was robbed here. Like maybe all of that stuff was filler. Like I don't know. Like I still think it was good, but damn, it feels like it was just filler to me. But you know, they still go on the heath and stuff, because a lot of stuff have happened where Scar was still the same. He was still killing alchemists and people and stuff, but there was a couple of differences with his character too, because he killed I forgot that damn he was a doctor. I forgot his name, but he killed the doctor who transmuted his daughter and his dog and together. He killed them both. So I was like, oh, it was different, because in the other one he just killed the daughter and the dog. He didn't kill the father, so he killed them both. So I was like, shit. I was like, okay, Scar. Then he just ran out, kept killing, the same old way. Even that other the blood alchemist, the metal blood alchemist, he killed them early. So it wasn't how in the other one he killed him like a little bit later on. No, it was different. He killed his ass early, and then Roy Mustang, everyone had to like trying to like thwart him and stuff, because he still was just flat out murdering people. So I was like, all right, that was also good. And then you find out later on it still was the same, because when they went to Laboratory Flop, it was still being bodyguarded by like the two serial killers as brothers, and their souls was implanted into the armor. That still was the same, but only difference is they died a little early. Envy felt more, well, okay, that was still the same, because Envy killed Hughes, General Hughes. That still happened that way. Then they kind of saved Edward because they was destroying the evidence. It still was the same, but that one part that really got me was like I said, was Envy versus Roy Mustang, because he cooked her ass alive. I was like, I like that shit. I was like, it was more raw and intense and stuff. I was like, all right, I like that shit. Then later on into the story, you find out there's like more, where how the whole, like I said, like the whole Dante and Hohenheim, that whole love crap, that was fucking filler, until you find out that Hohenheim, I guess, created like this homunculus from his blood. Then he came up with the idea of making like a transmutated circle and becoming immortal. But then he thought, because, well, Hohenheim's a slave, I can help you, you help me. Then he said, oh, the king at that time of Xerxes was like, oh, I want to be immortal. So he's like, yeah, I got you gonna become immortal. So what the death toll was, he said, I think 500,000 souls who all died. And then the souls went to Hohenheim, and then the split was that the homunculus, I guess, took half the appearance of Hohenheim, and then he said, oh, now you have the Philosopher's Stone, now you're immortal now. So I was like, damn. So he lived for like hundreds, maybe thousands of years. Like, so that was also pretty dope too and stuff. Very brutal. So because the story kept on going, like, oh, there was a city of Xerxes, and they just disappeared. They vanished in one night. But then you find out later that, oh, it was the homunculus that Hohenheim created, which basically gave him immortality, and he lived for so long. But then it was so freaking dope how Hohenheim was planning. He said, I was thinking for like countless times, or I was thinking for this and stuff. So he already had a plan from the beginning, from start to finish. He had a plan on what he was gonna do, on how he's gonna take down the homunculus known as Father. So I was like, damn, this is really good. And so too, at the end it got a little bit crazier because let's see. Oh, the homunculus basically sacrificed, what was it, 58 million souls, and then opened up the doorway to the world, which was cool, and then just absorbed and swallowed God. I was like, okay, that was a little sick. That shit was a little sick, like, because the only way for them to do that, it was this, because they needed people who did like human transmutation. So they had they couldn't, because they couldn't be killed. They couldn't have been killed, so they had to be like their sacrifices for them to open up the doorway and stuff. So this dude could swallow God, and then when he did so, the dude was sitting there. He's like, oh, I've achieved godhood. Oh look, I can summon the sun now. I could kill all of y'all here. I said, God dang, man. Like, he's able to do all of this until Hohenheim was like, oh, we had a plan. And then it was crazy because now I'm gonna get to the part where I was a little bit pissed off. Now, okay, Selim, who was King Bradley's I guess fake adoptive cover-up son, alright, from the 2004 one, I liked how it was Roy Mustang versus King Bradley, and the fight was good. I liked it. It was good. And then when he came with the skulls and stuff, he was like, oh, look, Daddy, look what I got. And he said, what the fuck? Why would you bring this? And he killed his son. He strangled the life out of him and broke his neck. I said, damn, that was good. But then I was a little bit pissed because, all right, yeah, Scar killed him, which was fine. I didn't mind it that Scar was the one that kind of like, took the leftovers and kind of like beated him and stuff. I really didn't like how it was. Like it wasn't intense for me. Like it was still a good fight, but it wasn't really intense and stuff. So I was like, it was okay. The fight was okay. And then Scar, it still kind of happened the same way. Kimberly basically killed his brother. Well, no, killed his family, and then his brother had to use the powder, bring back his arm and stuff. So I was like, okay. Scar fighting Kimberly. Kimberly basically, he threw like a spear into Kimberly. Kimberly still lived, which was crazy because he lived for a while. He kind of lived for like a while, until like that tiger guy jumped on him and bit his neck and stuff. And then you had Pride, who took him in. I was like, oh, now you're gonna become a part of me and this and that. And then once when Father basically opened up the gate, did everything else, and then when he was dying, he told Ed, he was like, oh, I need a new body, because basically all of the homunculus are technically Al and Ed's brothers. You can kind of say technically, because it's through blood, so technically they're fighting their brothers and sisters, technically. Then Kimberly, who was inside this dude, inside of Pride, he was like, oh, I was only with you because y'all strong, y'all look down on humans, but how is it that you're gonna jump to a human now because you scared? Nah, screw this, I'm out. Hey, what you doing? Get off of me! Stop it! Like that. Next thing you know, I'm out of here. And then you had Ed, who basically I guess grabbed the true form, or the true Selim and stuff, and he was like a small baby. So I'm still a little bit confused on it. I'm like, okay, so he grabbed the baby and then that's the true form. So I'm like, huh? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I'm still kind of a little bit confused on how that was. But man, the homunculus who was planning, they was doing this shit for what? Years. I think years and centuries. How they was going out to countries, destroying it, taking over the land, doing all this other stuff, and then after for a while, You know, they made like the century, they made everything and stuff. So, but it was through so much killing and then plotting and planning for years on what they was gonna do. Now, the whole war with Ishvala, it was crazy because how in the 2004 one, it was different because, well, technically, it wasn't due to Ed and Al's, I guess, what would you call it? Mommy, a homunculus mommy, you know, yeah, it wasn't like that, I guess. You know, it was different, you know, it was different. It was Envy who was the one that shot and started the whole war. So eventually, you know, it was crazy because Envy was the one that started up the war. Everyone died, and then Envy eventually later on killed General Hughes, which Roy Mustang was about to get the revenge. I liked his face. I was like, damn, my boy was gonna kill Tiki. Well, he kind of technically defeated Envy, but Envy took the cowardly way out and basically killed himself. But I was like, yo, do you see his face? Oh, you killed my friend. You killed General Hughes. He was just snapping his fingers and he was burning up. I said, oh man, I like this. I like that shit. I was like, okay. Then you couldn't have the assistance of Lean and the other one and the other one, you know, they all came in there assisting and stuff too. I said Lin Hao, forgot his freaking name, but he wanted to become homunculus. Well, he wanted to have immortality. He got it. He became friends with Greed and him had like a symbiosis type connection. Then Father came along, said I need a Philosopher's Stone because I can no longer control the power of God in me. They did the reverse seal, freed the 58 millions of people who got their souls back, but then there was still some souls remaining. He got defeated, and then you know, Hohenheim eventually died. He passed on. And Edward solved the puzzle to restoring his brother and getting his brother back. Was like, well, if I destroy my power, which was the gate, I guess is the gate is your own power, or I guess it's your own way of life. Because see, the 2004 one, I liked it, that one version of the gate, because it's like your power comes from another universe. I like that. I really strongly like this one. The other one was okay, you know, it was okay, but the other one, oh my god, like your power is coming from a different universe, so all that life is, damn, I like that one. But you know, it was soft touch, and he destroyed his own gate. He got his brother's body back. Then some time passed, and he has a child. He has 2 kids with Wenry. They learning all that there is about Alka. What was it? Not alchemy. It's Alka something. I forgot there was Alka chemistry. Alchemistry? I forgot the freaking name, but they tried to learn the medical side of Alka history. You know, they try to learn that shit. But yeah, overall, there was like I said, I was a little bit disappointed on a few things, just a few things. But the more important is that how the Philosopher's Stone would really work by sacrificing and killing thousands upon people. When homunculus use it, it wasn't like how in the 2004 one, where if they still had remains of their body parts or whatever, that was their weakness. So if you bring it to them and stuff, they're like, oh, get that away from me, it's my kryptonite. And if you burn that and then you kill them, you know, that's it. But it's the Philosopher's Stone that was inside of them that if you damage them enough, they eventually will die. Like, doesn't mean that they're necessarily immortal, because when Mustang was burning the hell out of Lust, I said, man, that was freaking sick. Gluttony Gluttony was gluttony. Well, actually, Gluttony came even more powerful though. Yeah, Gluttony, because his stomach was basically another dimension. So I like that. Gluttony was pretty cool. Envy was alright. Wrath, oh my god, freaking King Bradley, this man, freaking, they shooting him with bullets, he's sitting there dodging and deflecting, doing some Albert Wesker type shit. Then the missile came, he gonna chop the missile bullet in half, kept on going and slicing and dicing. I said, damn, this is too. Like fucking King Bradley is like, God dang, man, he was just going off on everybody. He said, oh, the Fuhrer has returned, and he just came with his troops and stuff. I think that was like the most coolest scene in the show. He coming back and stuff, and he just wrecks everyone. I'm like, yo, I like that. I like that. You know, that's why I kind of felt like the fight with him and Scar was a little weak. Just a little weak. Just a little weak. Like, I'm happy that Scar, they gave it where he's able to use not only in his right but also in his left arm, he can use like alchemy and stuff. I like that. You know, instead of him just using one and the whole way how he died in the other one just to make a Philosopher's Stone. So I was like, I'm happy that it didn't go down that way, that Scar actually lived. I like that. I like that. Like, he actually lived. It wasn't some weak ass way of him. Nah. I like this one. I like how he lived. There's still more Ishvalans. You know, he worked his way up to, I guess, have peace, and it ended, I guess, on a great note. Now, if there's any more Fullmetal Alchemist stuff after Brotherhood, I'll probably look into it, because overall it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. For me, I probably rate it a 4. It'd be 4 stars for me if I had to rate it, because like I said, it's good. And for people who wanted to watch both, because mind you, the 2004 one and Brotherhood, some of the stuff was kind of still the same, but it was completely different on a lot of occasions. Like some of the stories, you know, about certain things it still match, but there was some stuff that wasn't inconsistent, some things that was just filler. Just filler. So, you know, I just encourage everybody just to look at, I say look at both, because there is a movie for the 2004 one. There's actually is a movie explaining after what happened and stuff. But yeah, you know, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is good. It's really good. So if you like what you heard you like, you know, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff, and I'll catch you later.